Before smartphones, we loved buying dedicated devices whose entire purpose was performing exactly one task. In this video, we look at some more casualties of the iPhone. Doing math. I know what you're thinking, and no, I'm not here to bully the 90s math teachers. They've suffered enough. They know they were wrong about the whole calculator in your pocket thing. We need to just let it go. But back then, if you wanted to do math with any confidence, you needed a standalone calculator. And if things got serious, you had to break out one of those giant graphing calculators. Teachers acted like those things cost $1 million. They ran on 4 AAA batteries and looked like a stolen piece of military equipment from World War II. Anyone who grew up in that area knows these highly advanced machines were best used for extremely important scientific research, like typing 5318008, flipping it upside down, and laughing way harder than we should have. Contacting people. Remember those giant Rolodex wheels sitting on office desks? You'd spin that thing like you were trying to win a new car on The Price is Right. Meanwhile, at home, every family had the official family address book, a sacred text organized alphabetically and held together by tape and rubber bands. This thing was filled with crossed out names and phone numbers from relatives who moved more often than fugitives on the run. And the scary part? If you lost that one book, your family's entire social life was, as my kids would say, cooked. There was no cloud backup, no forgot password, not even a recently deleted. You just didn't have friends anymore. That was it. You had to start over. Banking. Before the iPhone and banking apps, knowing how much money you had wasn't really a fact. It was more of a theory. If you were disciplined enough, you could keep track of everything in those little banking books and manually write down every transaction like you were a junior accountant. But if you didn't do that, and most of us didn't, sometimes swiping your debit card felt like pulling the lever on a slot machine. Sometimes you won, sometimes you went home empty-handed. It was what it was. Of course, if you really needed to know your balance, you could call the number on the back of your card, enter your card number, hope you remembered your PIN, and then defeat the final boss, the labyrinth of automated menu options. But the worst part, if you lost your debit card and didn't have any cash, your purchasing privileges were totally revoked. And back then, banks kept tight hours. Some of them were only open like for 17 minutes every third Tuesday. Alarm clocks. Remember when waking up for school felt like surviving an air raid inside your own bedroom? Before the iPhone took over nightstands, every night you had to trust yourself to manually arm your alarm clock. A little plastic box with glowing red numbers that looked suspiciously like a bomb countdown timer from an 80s action movie. And when that thing went off, it unleashed a relentless beep that jump-started your day with pure adrenaline and panic. Honestly, that's probably why I didn't need coffee back then. In the next video, we're getting into some of the strangest iPhone casualties of them all. Little pieces of everyday life that quietly changed without most of us even noticing. And honestly, I think some of those are the most fascinating ones of all. So if you'd like to stick around and see that, make sure you're subscribed.